to have you. We are on lecture number 2 of the Fourfold Communities, actually entitled the Fourfold Communities, so the Fourfold Communities class. And the first lecture was on the 3 jewels. I said I would show you. This is the service book we use. And on page 22, contemporary readings, we have a contemporary version of taking refuge in the 3 treasures or the 3 jewels. So this is a common kind of self-identification. When one takes refuge in the Buddha and his teachings, the Dharma, and the Sangha, that's kind of self-identifying as a Buddhist. And oftentimes this would be read if one kind of affirms their participation or membership in this religious path and practice. And Thich Nhat Hanh wrote this, it's contemporary. It comes in 3 verses. Usually it's just one, right? Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. But it's nice. He says the first paragraph kind of makes it sound like the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha is somewhere external to yourself. And then the second paragraph is something that you're actually doing. It's your Buddha, it's your Dharma, it's your Sangha. You're part of something now. It's not external to you, you're in it. And then the last stanza, he repeats the 3 refuges again, but this time they're being found within oneself. So I take refuge in the Buddha within me. I take refuge in the Dharma that's within myself. And I take refuge in the Sangha that's within myself. And then he mentions, I aspire to help all people build 4 communities to embrace all beings and support their transformation. So these 4 communities we're going to talk about today. I also wanted to mention that when the Buddha got up from the Bodhi tree, and the first time he taught the Dharma wasn't actually to those 5 fellow students. He met a Brahmin on the road, and he spoke to him about what he discovered under the Bodhi tree. And you have to be very careful when you read stories written for an ancient Indian audience. He gives his first Dharma talk, and this person does not become part of the Sangha. It says he shakes his head and walks on his way. So I love this story. Buddhism's not for everyone. The Buddha didn't bat 1,000. Some people kind of intuitively get the message, and for some people it doesn't resonate, and that's fine. But when they say the gentleman shook his head, I read it as saying, no, like, you're wrong. But it's the Indian tradition of shaking your head like this. So he wasn't telling the Buddha he was wrong. He was saying, maybe so, maybe so, but maybe not for me. So it's just a small example of how we have to kind of read these stories in context. So it wasn't really a hard stop, as my son would say, but it was like, that's interesting, but I'm a Brahmin, and I have my own path, and that's perfectly fine as well. So we'll get started. Lecture number 2. We're going to get into what it means to have the 4 communities. Another confusion that we'll get to is that in our tradition, Sangha means everyone, as I mentioned in the last lecture. Men and women, children, adults, people who own homes, people who don't own homes, all the ministers. So we have to remember that during the Buddha's time, the Sangha technically meant monks and nuns. Lay people, householders, were not considered as Sangha, as part of the Buddhist Sangha. They learned from the Sangha. They practiced Buddhism from the Sangha. It's almost like going to UCLA. I went there. I had great teachers, and I learned a lot. And there's an important relationship there. But I wasn't one of the faculty, right? There are professors and there's students. And that's kind of the idea. One of the things that is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine are Christian words being used in the Buddhist tradition. I grew up Christian. I find that very confusing. I don't know, maybe it's like using Japanese words when you're trying to teach the Chinese language. It's confusing to me. So I was kind of happy. I guess I planned ahead. This quote is out of the service book. Taking refuge in the Sangha in myself, so the 3rd version. I aspire to help all people build 4 communities to embrace all beings and support their transformation. So this would be something we're thinking about during the Black Lives Matters protests. This might be the Buddhist response, is for all communities to support all communities and help in their transformation.